Hey everybody, clearing. Got my Jedi selenite and my third eye pine cone, and they are now yours also. So clearing again, we got double clearing today. That's what I can say. Also, I want to point out that I've been the recipient of a bunch of donations lately through my PayPal link in the description of every box. Thank you so much to those who have been donating. It's really, really beautiful. That helps a lot, specifically because I'm doing this crystal mining thing in June and I won't be earning income and doing things during that time. And so those donations are actually substantial enough to help support that time away, and I'm really blown away. Also, I have the thanks button on the videos at the bottom where you like them or whatever. Hopefully you like them, subscribe, all of those things. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you want to give me a thanks, there is that new button. It does show up publicly in the comments, so if you want to remain anonymous and still want to donate, you can do that through PayPal. I never do a plug like that at the beginning. I was guided to, and I'm about to open up another 60 sessions or so at the end of June. So if you have been waiting for one, grab those because they do kind of fill up within a day or two of releasing. So they'll probably be available before this video goes up. All right, here we go with Divine Feminine. So the first part of this reading, we are going to get into what do the Divine Feminines need to know right now about their side of the journey. So this is releasing karma, stepping onto mission, letting go of attachment to DM, all of that. I'm going to do emotionally, mentally, and physically for the DFs and see what we can get. We'll get some clarifiers and get into it. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through for the beautiful Divine Feminines that join me here. What can we see for the collective, emotionally, mentally, and physically? Oh, need to shuffle one more time. What is it we can see? Awesome. So 3 cards for the emotions. All right. So everything you're doing to balance out your emotions is affecting your twin connection. This is the telepathic card. We've seen that coming up. The veil is thin until the solstice. I just heard again for connection on this level. We also see 10 of Wands, which is transformation with the bear, taking the wheel. This looks like the wheel of fortune, the wheel of your life in your own hands, manifesting your destiny by setting healthy boundaries here. 7 of Wands, you're in this protected circle, Divine Feminines, coming into this enlightened, empowered solar plexus chakra energy. And then we also get the surrender, the que sera, sera energy. Whatever will be, will be. So Princess of Cups, it's not so naive. In the reverse, it is a educated surrender, let's say, but you are really taking the wheel of your life. So emotionally, you're in the right alignment. Your divine counterpart is feeling that with this energetic connection between the two of you. You can work with that telepathically. You can speak to your DM. I think yesterday so many people gave the joke about how the Divine Feminines need to plug in the mic for this connection between twins. So plug in your mic, have these conversations with your divine counterpart, but empower your life, take the wheel of your life, go for your dreams, step onto purpose, innovate those projects, the passion projects and all of that. Your divine counterpart is picking up on this because you're becoming a clear beacon. So I want to say with telepathic communication, when you are uncertain, just like manifestation, when you are uncertain as to what you want or what the baseline is, it's not very potent. It doesn't come through over the airwaves. It's like a scrambled radio station. It's not clear. Same thing with your intention, with your resonance. If you are clear, if you can get to an essential understanding of what you want or know or feel, that is broadcast and easily picked up on. I've tested this. I know I've mentioned my little one, but we'll be driving and it'll be a pause. And if I've got a clear, something like chocolate, for instance, I was like, oh, we should get a chocolate bar. That'll be really such a treat. With my daughter, immediately she's like, chocolate? So, it's like a bell ringing when you can hold something in your energy so simply like that, it is easily picked up on. And so simplify your life. Take the wheel, take the reins, do you, broadcast that essential self, divine feminines. Let's see on the conscious mind where the divine feminines are at with purpose. And okay, everything's in the reverse. So consciously your thoughts are about to flip in about 3 weeks. From the last 3 weeks to these 3 weeks, the eclipses certainly had a lot to do with this. So divine feminines, there is this new beginning. The Fool is the new leap of faith into the new cycles. I see the messengers here, the ravens, and I see also the butterfly of transformation. And I'm taken with this alligator not being in an angry formation. It's actually in the shape of a smile here with the moon energies. So yeah, that's a very interesting thing coming out of the eclipse. There are so many things happening in you, in the divine masculines, that are setting the framework for a new cycle. So I want to say again, when union energies come in, we're always in union with our twin. If you have the proper classification of union, and the 3D is just details. Every cycle we have that navigates the 3D from the unity consciousness that we are when we're connected, quantumly connected with our twin, every aspect of the journey, every cycle, every motion that we go through teaches us a different facet of reality. And so when these union energies come back around, when the veil is thin, when we have these collective heartbeat and breaths that start talking about union energies, we really get different layers of reality revealing. So that's what's sort of meant on this union process. Yes, there are cycles that are coming for the twins where the cycle of union means partnering in a romantic relationship in the 3D. That's going to be one of the cycles, one of the final cycles and testaments of everything in the energetic realms. But that does not mean you're not in union with your divine counterpart. If you can look at the lessons in reality that you're learning because you're already in union energetically, and what else matters? That's the eternal. The 3D is temporary. So 3D union is secondary, to say the least, when it comes to the energetic truth that you're already unified. If you are on a twin flame journey and you have met your twin, you're in union. That's the way I look at it. Everything else is details. So this new cycle that's coming in is going to differ for each set of twins, depending on what stage of union you're in or what lesson in reality you're currently navigating. Different karmic pathways, in my understanding, have different focus at different cycles, and not all twins are focused on exactly the same cycle, but there are commonalities in the collective. So everybody is beginning a new cycle, and divine feminines, these have to do with, exchanges in the physical, the idea, there's the card of separation being an illusion, and wishing for things or not. At certain stages of the journey, we wish for different things than we wish for at more mature stages of the journey, or once we've understood certain lessons that lend themselves to, not being so caught up in the ways of the world. The things we wish for change because we've looked at it differently. We've come into more accountability, mastery, understanding. And so the wishes are changing over at this time. What we view as kindness, what we view as sincerity, authenticity is changing. What we view as separation is changing. All of that is changing. And it's bringing in a whole new leap of faith based on unity consciousness and not so much separation mentality or the idea that we are so different or that we're not in union. All of that way of looking at it is changing, because the fact is, every one of us, whether it's an actual twin, a soulmate, whoever you're watching this video for, you don't need to know who it even is for these concepts to be supporting you in your becoming as a master. If you're drawn to my videos, you are at very least on the spiritual mastery path, and that is your priority. So you are still learning these lessons, even if you are with a twin or not with a twin. If you've been inspired to figure out what the heck this reality is, that is truly the better way to look at being here and not needing to know even what your person's up to, if they're your twin or not, because that can be a trap. When you get too stuck in thinking this is my twin, they have to come into union. That's ego control. Be so connected to source that you can literally surrender to what is for you, whether it's this person you believe to be your DM or not. Come into non-attachment and just know that if it's your DM, there is nothing that's going to stop you from coming into union. And all of that is changing. All of that is impressing on the divine feminines consciously right now. You can't really, manufacture or make a union happen. Nope. It's in divine plan. If you're a twin, it's going to happen. And so give up the hard work in that. It's not going to be that way. It's more of a revelation of the way reality works than anything that we're doing to earn it. We do have a free will involved, but our free will is only where it relates to balancing out our truth so that we're in emotional equilibrium and compassionate non-attachment. That's our job, to come into balance. If we're in balance, that is when we start seeing the awesome way that energy works. And that's what divine love wants for us, is to be able to witness energy for what it is and not through the lower vibrational lenses that the ego and survival mode put us into. Oh, I'm shuffling for the last one. So let's get 3 cards for the physical for the feminines. We're going to go pretty deep into this reading once we get going. Okay, we get the Lovers in the reverse. What else? Wheel of Fortune, I think, just came out. That's amazing. What else? And a card. Okay. So we got the Lovers, yep, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Cups, opening up the emotions. So when you believe in love, so the Lovers for me is love. It's divine love. It's the higher love that exists, whether we believe in it or not. In the reverse like this, divine feminines, you are seeing it all around you. You are walking in it. You're talking in it. Everything that you're witnessing is coming alive in it. The Wheel of Fortune, your abundance has come in. You have come into, I've heard from many, you are in the 5D completely now. And seeing things as blessings, seeing your every moment as colored with aliveness. That is bringing a safety for you to communicate freely, for you to be transparent with your emotions, for you to own your perspective and be in chill embodiment of the love that you so deeply now know is true. It exists. When that is happening within, you're going to get that, and I see this, that it's coming in. Divine feminines, oh, I just heard again, all the divine feminines' tears are being repaid. All of the pain, all of the stunned energy on this journey is about to be repaid. This is where the going gets good. Because of this surrender, the trust, the faith, this is turning the wheel. This also brings in masculine energy being transparent in response to you having trust and faith in the higher and not the person. That's stunning. Divine Feminines, that's absolutely incredible. And the key card, more major arcana. Wow. So 4 major arcana in the physical, but we have Strength and the Hermit. This is the humility, walking in balance on the destined path, and trusting that you're on the right path at the right time. You're in the right place at the right time. This is unlocking your abundance. Many are going to see that it's a gift that you're not fully in union right now. As you truly step onto your purpose, as your projects, as your innovations come in, it's really exciting in private readings right now. So many mission statements are coming in. The energy is really ripe for Divine Feminines to be taking their careers, their innovations, their healing modalities to the next level. Lots of messages on how feminines can step into their divine purpose and passive income, so many things. That is one of the biggest themes going on right now in private readings. So it's all coming in for the feminines, and there's a new safety regarding, because feminines, you're letting go of whether your masculine has chosen you or not, and just trusting and seeing the results of the journey, seeing the results that your healing, your empowerment is bringing in your lives. That is so humbling and supportive and on point. Well done, Divine Feminines, because this is where everything is magnetized towards you. That's a victorious day. Okay, so now we're going to do the Divine Feminine reading. I'm going to look at, like the Divine Masculine reading, what are the feminines from the angle of the divine? What are the feminines meant to be looking at that's going on? So we're going to see what the feminines are thinking, feeling, wishing, doing, challenged by. We're also going to look at what that means for the the energy of the connection, and where that energy is going to result next. So there might be some things that we can calibrate advice still here, but it might also just be encouragement. So thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for where the feminines are at? How are the feminines thinking and feeling about the connection? What can we know that we can look at to see how these perspectives are influencing the connections at this time? And where are the energies going on these various themes? 2 more decks to shuffle. So for all of you who keep asking, I think this is the deck that everyone talks about. This is called the Starseed Oracle, Wizard Azanon on Etsy. Such a great deck, gorgeous deck. Okay. And the Where is the Energy Going deck. 1 second. After Tarot. And then we'll get into the reading. Okay, what are the feminines thinking in the collective? There's the King of Cups again. Listen to your heart. So this just came out for the physical realm. This was the emotional transparency that the feminines are going to get in response to this alignment with abundance that's coming in, the free will that the feminines have stepped into to take control of their lives, to steer their own ship, to be their own, oh my goodness, to be their own tailor. And it's bringing in this emotional response from the masculines, the opening up. So I just heard for some masculine energy around the feminines, there's this outpouring, and it's intense because it hasn't been historically there. So some divine masculines are trying to communicate and are breaking the ice, I'm hearing. And so feminines are listening to their hearts. This can also be looking at the past, but it's also a new level of communication I'm feeling for many in the collective where the divine masculines are starting to open up in a different way and communicate again, or be more transparent if you're already in communication or union. Listen to your heart, feminines. Let's see what this is doing in the energy. Light body expansion, illuminated presence. Yeah, this is, I'm getting this do unto others, the golden rule kind of thing. And I got that from 34, which is the inverse of 43, my self-love number. So there is this reciprocation here. It's the masculine's turn to be emotionally transparent with you, divine feminine. So you are actually becoming so receptive that your divine masculine is beginning to be inspired to come forward, because everybody's becoming empowered and things are illuminated. This is a saintly energy I'm hearing. There's an illumination where truth prevails. And so now these conversations are starting to focus with the unconditional love. That is the foundation in unconditional love that we saw through the Mars-Venus conjunction in February and these eclipses. There's a lot of clearing that's been happening that allows people to see eye to eye with these heartfelt connections, these twin connections. So some of the trickier, stickier, emotional stuff that was not able to be talked about before, divine feminines, you are in a solid enough place of empowerment where you can be objective and not be triggered. You know, even so simple as, I had a random conversation with a lovely gentleman yesterday who's a single dad, and was talking about how he recognized that he was always looking for a mom for himself, and was not really alone for long, and was seeking feminine companionship, but now was in a state where he could just be there for his child. And if a feminine didn't understand that or was jealous, then he was okay on his own. And the whole theme of karmic partners for him, I didn't use that, but of past trial relationships, he said there was always a jealousy of the energy and time that he would spend with his child, and that the feminines would get insecure that maybe he was wanting to get back together with the mom, or that there was somebody else, and didn't see how important the child was to him. And so just being in this energy, you know, divine feminines, if maybe that's an example where this masculine sincerely wanted to put his child first, but kept getting this ridicule that there must be something else going on. That's the kind of conversation that might come up here to drop into and support and love unconditionally. If somebody tells you what is going on for them, don't be so quick to make it about you if you are still in those kinds of energies. What is this? That was just an example. I'm not saying that's a blanket for everyone. I just needed an example there. What is this doing for the connection? It's secretly moving it forward more than you can imagine. So even if you start having some of these conversations, emotionally transparent conversations, and they don't seem to be directly related to your divine counterpart expressing their love, for instance, listen to your heart, listen to the love in it. Don't delude yourself. This is a card of lying to yourself, so don't make it that there isn't love here if the conversations aren't about that love, for instance. So, phone call. Yeah, beautiful. There's more going on than meets the eye with whatever. So this can be energetically, this can be through memes. I'm hearing that your divine counterpart is posting different themes that you might even be tempted to, in the past, be triggered by. You're going to see it in a more compassionate, unconditionally loving, and objective way, divine feminines. So for the divine masculines watching, yeah, it looks like it's going to be safer to talk about things without fear of triggering. And so, you know, the golden rule for you too, divine masculines. But here we go. So on the heart space, what are the feminines looking at? Commitment and why it's not come in, and what it really means, and if the feminines really want it. So seek professional advice. This brings up lawyers, accountants, relationship exploration, coaching, twin flame readings, all of it. You're holding your own. You're not needing that professional advice so much anymore, and your definition of relationship commitment is changing. I'm hearing you're not so quick to want to jump into a commitment as a proof of the love. You're finding the spiritual proofs of it. You're seeing the healing as evidence. You're seeing the abundance coming in as a primary evidence that you are in love. That does not mean you're in love with the person. That person might not even be in communication with you, or in, enmeshed, codependent, needy, whatever communication or relationship. Your whole idea of what you need from someone, about what relationship is for, about how to be sovereign, about how to be autonomous within the relationship, that's all balancing out on the heart space. What is this doing in the connection? Replenishment, renewal, and restoration. Your energy is coming back. This has been a very, very energetic year, the last year or so, for physical energy coming back as we kind of light up in the new templates, the new reality, the new normal. Everybody's catching stride, and this healing is happening. So there's an auric sealing, all of these places where the aura has been worn thin by codependency, by misconceptions, by things not sticking in our lives that need to be released. All of those connection ports are being healed, and the energy is coming back. And that is also energetically magnetizing the twins back in. Where are the connections going? The lovers. Demonstrations of higher love. So we've got the lovers twice in this reading today, and this is, you are seeing the love for what it is. Remember, we're clarifying this definition of commitment through worldly lens. We've got it in spades here in the higher love. Divine Feminines, you're understanding what true loyalty, commitment is, and I'm hearing many of you are finally getting it through your thick skulls that this connection keeps coming back around and back around. And if you think about it, even karmic situations, even soulmate connections, it all comes back around too. So what are you worried about? All of these things. Why wouldn't a divine love connection keep coming back around? Give up the fear that it's lost. Give up the fear that it's gone. Give up the fear that you can squish that energy so easily, and just look around. Everything comes back around. Every pattern in your life, including the good ones, including this most audacious manifestation of a twin flame union, it keeps coming back around. Get it through your thick skulls, Divine Feminines, and chill out. Okay, believe in the love, see it, be it, embody it. Okay, what are you wishing, Divine Feminines? The Moon, and I'm ready. We got the Fool. This is the Fool card in the reverse, this leap of faith. So there are still subconscious things coming to light. This is Divine Feminine cosmic energy as well, but you are revealing to yourself. Your time capsule DNA is unlocking. As we reach certain love quotients, there are time capsules in our DNA that unlock wisdom. The Akashic records, our highest potentials. We can mine the potentials from other past lives, future lives. We become multidimensional, and we can literally evoke all of the things necessary from all of the other experiences across time and space that our soul print resonates in at large. When we're out of this time and space, of this just physical orientation, all of it is accessible. Divine Feminines, keep wishing to be that multidimensional badass. You get access, as your consciousness evolves, you get access to all the potentials, and you are quantumly connected to everything that way. It can come through you with your free will. And so you are more magnificent than you've ever imagined, but you're coming into it, and this new leap of faith is going to be from that multidimensional self that can manifest anything through free will, through understanding it's all available to you. So keep wishing for that, Divine Feminines, because it's going to come to you as it's revealed, as the practical application of that is revealed, it's coming in. But there is this free will willingness here to say yes to it, I'm getting. And guanine and cystocene, commitment, connection, flexibility, and resolution. This card blew my mind the other day. This is the third energy that's created when we... So yeah, I love that we just got this card of the feminine's redefining commitment and connection. I'm going to read this. This is a mind-blowing card. So 3 hydrogen bonds exist between the nucleotides guanine and cystocene, creating a triad of consciousness that allows for third-dimensional awareness and focus, providing continuity, consistency, and connections in relation to the third-dimensional experience, reinforcing one's commitment to the evolutionary journey here on this planet. This formation produces a stabilized trinity from which one can maintain a point between opposites and extremes, aka duality, merging them together, unity consciousness, for deeper integration as one works to cultivate the strength to stay in the space between polarities in order to create positive resolutions. So this is the love frequency, the love molecule, so to speak. In musical terms, this equates to a basic chord, offering additional harmonic information that connects and softens the surrounding tones. So this is like a, I don't know, I think it's like an endorphin or a, you know, when you get the feel goods, when you cuddle, those kinds of things. This creates that harmony and the well-being and the solutions. Be flexible and allow for triangulations to occur that will bridge the gap between two viewpoints and create a third perspective. So that's what this multidimensionality is. You know, as you become more holistic than what used to be a stumbling point or a triggering point or a controlling energy, if you, with this love, become bigger than that, there is nothing that you cannot navigate. And this journey is teaching you that in such a profound way. What's next because of this? Well, I'm actually feeling this 9 of coins as the almost here in coming into your own. I actually just did a reading before this, and it came through that this is the year for the divine feminine to truly come into their own, and all the twins. You know, mastery is more prevalent, more available than ever before. And the more people that master their own energy this way, the more it is a permission for the rest of humanity, each one that gets there. So this is, you know, coming into everything, coming into financial abundance, coming into safety, security at home, coming into relationship that is healthy, not codependent, coming into the embodiment of balanced ego and confidence and the glow up. So that is absolutely beautiful. There are these harmonizing ways, bridging ways of looking at things. 3333 was happening when that message came through. Okay, what are the actions the feminines are taking? So we do get the Ace of Pentacles. I believe that's the Ace of Pentacles. I am coming, trust, and 2 of Pentacles, the juggling. So this is the surety that it is happening, that it's going to happen in the physical, that these changes are being made for this brand new start, this new cycle. What is this doing for the, we get the card of Akashic information for the connection. The Akasha's opening up, the multidimensionality. We got that message already, that this is where we can draw on the knowing. This is where all of the solutions that are needed can be felt into through the multidimensionality of the everything. So if there is a problem you're facing or an angle that you want to unlock from a truth that sets you free kind of way, go into this multidimensional meditation and say, what would be needed? What is the solution or the remedy here? And pull that out of the subconscious, pull that out of the Akashic. And so it's the trust, it's the walking the fine line of the eternal energies here, the balancing act. Beautiful divine feminines, because you've got this faith, this trust that everything is possible. What is this doing for the connection? You've got things to work on. There's that third energy, the Trinity thing again here. So this is where you are already collaborating in the energetic levels. What you do for self, you do for twin. This is also where things in the physical are going to start coming in, where you're going to have overlap with possibly your career and your masculine's career. There's going to be collaborative energies. It's a shared experience. We are all the same soul in different bodies, or the same soul group. You know, we're way more connected to everyone, not just our twin, than we ever imagine. Soul fam. Okay, what can we see for what are we at here? I think we're at the biggest challenge. The Lovers, think before you act. So coming from that place of love, continuing to see what the higher love is. So give some sincerity before you act, before you react. This is your point of free will. Feel. So think before you act in the reverse. I'm getting drop into the heart space. You access the higher love through the heart. So stop thinking so much and drop in and feel. Feel. What is that doing to the connection? Authenticity, uniqueness, and integration. Each of us in our own way is getting better at this and feeling more empowerment and stride with life, because we are governing ourselves, mastering ourselves, walking to the beat of our own drum, and doing this in every situation as a way of life. This is so beautiful. What's coming forward? Unconditional love of self and other. So this is that one cup of the Lovers. Your share, your responsibility, your accountability, divine feminines. That's the challenge. Continue doing this. And to know we're infinite. It's never done. It's a process. It's a rolling process, divine feminines. What is the solution? We already get this unconditional Ace of Cups again. So we had that to clarify the direction, and you're already moving in the direction of solution here. That's so lovely. So this Ace of Cups, and keeping an open mind, being in non-attachment, knowing that the future isn't written in stone and that it's coming based on this love. You do get what you resonate in. If you are this love, you will get that love. The ego wants to say it's not that simple. It is. If you embody love, you will receive love. True love, divine feminines. What is this solution doing for the connection? Path change, paradigm shifts, adjustment, micro adjustments, calibration. Love is always adding benefit on every level to our lives as we see what it is, as it's revealed more and more, as we learn to trust it in every moment and not be so hung up on the past, concerned about the future. This present moment, it is here now, right in this moment. It is here now if you have eyes to see. What is this doing? Yeah, love, more love. Page of Cups from yesterday. This came out 4 times. So all of that love the masculines are embodying. This is you, divine feminine. You're also heavily working on receiving the love, feeling the love, believing the love, knowing the love, embodying the love. It's all about the love. That frequency. Love is not just a simple airy-fairy thing. It is a frequency. It is everything. It's so much beyond what we think it is. When we truly understand unity consciousness, everything is hung on love, if we have the eyes to see it. Again, I'm having a bit of a speechless moment because I just saw love in an infinite way within my own mind, and and heard, invite everyone to take a moment and really believe that you can see practical ways that this energy of aliveness and love permeates reality. Okay, one card for each twin. The divine masculines who may be watching. Trust in the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So divine masculines, this is the fun part of the journey. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So divine masculines who are watching, if you are watching for the feminines and cross-watching here, continue turning your view onto you, knowing you're not running out of time, that every path leads home, that union is home. Inner earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. So the feminines are coming. So if you're watching this, divine masculines, wondering if your divine feminine is on track, is on their way, new solutions and beginnings are coming. We saw the Fool in the reverse. The divine feminines are on the verge of a brand new breakthrough regarding what love is, what union is, all of that. Amazing reading. I remember soul plan, fated life versus destined life. So divine masculines, there is no work. It's all remembrance. It's all awakening. It's all happening if we have eyes to see it. So yeah, keep going on that and knowing it's all being revealed to us. This is the part where we get jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure, and say yes to change. Say yes to changing your paradigms about even union, divine feminines, but everything towards love. Jump in. This is going to be a very good next few months for adventure too. That keeps coming up in personal readings for you divine feminines, that this is your year, divine feminines. Just you wait and see. You're going to be looking back on this year and it will be grand indeed. Okay, many blessings. Bye for now.